I turned back to the TV, and Edeled swung the axe at my Mii's neck, decapitating him. And there was still no blood. However, I still did see red stains on my Mii's neck and head. I was done at this point. I ran to the Wii and repeatedly pressed the power button. I was taken back to my desktop. I was confused, but then I noticed something was added to my desktop. A file named deleted.mp4. I was nervous. I didn't want to click it. But if I was gonna find this Mii's origin, I had to continue. I clicked the file, and a video opened. It was static for a while, but then it cut to a hallway with hospital beds lined up next to one another. Each bed had a Mii laying down on it, hooked up to life support machines, and you can clearly hear the beeping sounds of the machines. But most disturbingly, you can hear the moans and cries of the Mii's laying on the beds. The camera moved through the hallway slowly, and it stopped and turned to one of the beds. A pale Mii was laying down on it. Then after a while, the Mii flatlined. The strange thing is that the Miis in this video can make different expressions, like being sad or angry. There were also Miis who were making expressions that weren't even possible for a Mii to make. I saw some that were full-blown crying. In the footage, Henry noticed that the monitor screen started to flicker. He looked down at the plug for the Wii, and it was about halfway into the socket. He bent down to push it back in all the way, and when he did, he got electrocuted and dropped dead. I looked behind me, and all of the 4 coworkers in the room winced as Henry got electrocuted in the footage. I didn't even want to look at it. Mike just sat there and watched with a blank expression, as if all emotion had been sucked out of him. I looked back at the footage and got a good look at Henry. His body would sometimes jerk and flinch due to the electricity. But about 6 seconds later, the monitor in which Henry made that Mii on strangely went static. What the hell? I thought to myself. In fact, that was the only thing I could think of at that point of time. But then, the monitor displayed Edeled, the Mii that Henry made, and he started speaking.
I've always wanted to be a Mii.
Edeled said in a distorted, low-pitched voice.
Have you ever wanted to be a Mii?
I held the B button to pick up the corrupted Mii. With terrible lag, I dragged him over to the delete icon. I let go, and then a text box appeared saying, "Deletion clears the voice, and destruction opens the gates." I didn't know what that meant, and the buttons at the bottom of the text box were hard to read, as their textures were all messed up. I decided to take a guess at which one was yes. I clicked on one button, and it appears I was right. After I deleted the corrupted Mii, Edeled turned towards the camera.
Thank you.
Edeled's voice was different this time. It was still sort of low-pitched, but it also felt a bit higher-pitched. It also felt less distorted. I sat on my bed and smiled, and saw that the screen began to become more pixelated. I then laid down and closed my eyes. I opened my eyes. How long was I asleep for? I was feeling a bit tired and wanted some rest. Besides, I've been through a lot the past couple of days. I looked at my phone and got a text from my mom. She said that she would be home in about 10 minutes. So I got up and looked at the Wii, and I was horrified with what I saw. I was looking at a Wii with many parts of it partially or completely melted. I now knew that at this point, the Wii was completely dead, as well as Edeled. I just sat down on my bed, thinking about what to do next. But then I looked at the TV, which was still on. What I saw on screen was a note. A note from Adelaide. It read this.
Dear Sam, if you're reading this, the Wii's now completely melted. My spirit no longer exists in it. But I'm writing this to tell you how grateful I am. For as far as I can remember, I was never treated with as much respect and kindness as you have. I was bullied, and I was punished. While my mother always loved me and my brother, she was always in a sad state. I never thought that I would be happy, not even as a me. But after I met you, I felt some happiness. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for making my last few days on this earth happier for me. Sure, I was shocked and put in pain, but what makes me happy is that you cared. You cared about me. You cared about my well-being. I never, ever got that in the past. So, one last time, thank you, Sam, and farewell. Sincerely, Henry.
After I read the note, I turned off the TV and looked out my window. I smiled, and I hope that in heaven, Adelaide smiled back. I will never forget him. My name is Samantha, but I'm usually referred to as Sam. I'm not really into what other girls are into. While most girls are into stuff like shopping, clothes, makeup, and gossip, I'm more into skateboarding, technology, movies, and most of all, video games.
Oh, Austin, if only I could have a little more time to play with you. You see, you weren't meant to last long here in this company. See you on the other side, old friend. Then, Henry took his final swing. I grabbed him by the neck and pulled him up. With a grin on my face and a scared look on Henry's, I glared down at my hand. I forgot I had modeled it to be low poly, so they looked like claws. I realized they were perfect for the job. I smiled and swiftly cut Henry's head off with my claws. I dropped Henry's dead body on the floor, but I was still not satisfied. I knew that Henry would appear on the hallway again at any minute, and he would most likely find a way to get back to the Me channel. So, I figured that playing with Henry for the rest of eternity wouldn't be satisfactory, since he would come back again and again. I started walking. I wanted to find a way to punish Henry for all that he did to me once and for all.
I counted 15 deaths and we deleted you, with the victims consisting of 2 male humans and 13 male me's, giving us a 7th generation of gaming pie chart. With a runtime of 205 minutes, that gives us a kill on average every 13.39 minutes.